When I was running a workshop a couple of days ago, someone in the group asked me, of all the things I know now and all the things I've learned over these years from psychology and psychotherapy, etc., what I wish I'd known when I was much younger that I didn't know. And my answer is this: I wish I'd known what a bullshit of fear was. And here's why. When I was younger, my favourite time at school was hands down my time in the band. So I had a band from a very early age. I played guitar in that band and I absolutely loved and still do love the guitar, and I loved music and I loved my band. I loved being in my band. I loved hanging out with my band. But like what often happens in life, we reach a choice point, a crunch point when I had to make a decision. Do I keep going with the band and do we try our luck? Do we move to London and try and crack it as a band? Or do I do the sensible route and do I go to art school and study to become, or at that time, a graphic designer? So I trusted my intuition. I quit the band and I went to art school and I studied art, and the rest is history. Worked in advertising for a lot of years, moved out of advertising to do what I do now about 12 years ago. And I really regret trusting my intuition back then. And I wish someone had told me what a liar fear was. And here's why. We have lots of fears in life, but underpinning our fears are three key fears that you need to know about. We have the fear of failure, like if we fail to make this thing happen, if I fail to become famous in this band, then what else have I got to believe in? I lose all my hope. So there's a fear of failure, the fear of success, and the fear of success is, well, what if I'm wildly successful? What am I going to have to give up? What am I going to lose? So we fear being successful because we're afraid of what we might lose. Again, that's uncertain. And the third fear is a fear of judgment. What might other people think about me if I do this thing? Now, what somebody didn't tell me was that when I was listening to the voice of intuition, I was actually listening to the voice of fear. Because fear is a sneaky little bugger and it will do anything to keep you safe, even if that means hiding and masquerading as intuition. So what I'm saying to you is this: when you are faced with a choice point in life, if you are faced with a choice point now, and your intuition says, don't do it, don't go ahead, don't move forwards, even though in your heart you would really love to, but you go, oh, I want to trust my intuition on this one and not do this thing I wish to do. Are you listening to the voice of intuition, or are you listening to the voice of fear? That is the question. So sit with that intuition. Don't just jump at it and go, that's intuition, that's what's meant to happen. Ask yourself, is it really intuition, or is that sneaky little bugger called fear that's masquerading as intuition?